Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. My name is Bryce, and on this channel what I'm going to be doing is I'll be reviewing the new 2016 Bionicle sets, and then in separate videos provide a sort of revised, edited version that I'll do myself, using the same amount of plastic, objectively, to try and transform the sets from their sort of original amount of material, and see how I can add posability or details, or sort of harken back to the original, 2001, 2002, and etc. sets. So let's get started. So as you've seen, I'm going to be starting off with the new Lewa, or Lewa, depending on what your background is of it, the new Uniter of Jungle, and without further ado, here he is. I'm quite happy with the color scheme of this set. I think the biggest thing for me right off the bat is that the tools are a little bit tricky. Although thanks to this guy, I have a bit more faith in tools that can spin around like so. I think it's interesting going from mid-length to full length for any sort of blade extension, but let's take a closer look at this guy. So if you're not familiar with the new 2016 sets, one of the biggest changes is mainly the new parts of the new torsos, which are very high in detail, as you can see. These new crystals are something new, where they're actually translucent slightly. And by the way, this is a sort of apple green, in case you're not quite sure about what everything is considering the color balance. These new incorporations of older Technic parts are interesting, but yield mixed results. I would say also the way that this Toa moves, or sorry, this Uniter, is that he will pivot right around the spine, kind of at the hips here. There's actually a slight limitation here on how far you can go before you run out of teeth. So that's another sort of critique of mine, but what I do really like about this guy, the mask, first off, is so highly detailed, both in the sort of regular gray to green form, as well as the translucent green to the gold. And actually, speaking of heads, one thing that's changed is that the eye stalks are significantly shorter. So to compare, here's one of the 2015 sets from Pohatu's head, and you can see way shorter. And this just means it's a little bit trickier to knock things off. But the mask, what I have right now, the color scheme kind of works, I think, in this case, because there's little bits of yellow highlights here and there, which kind of help it blend in, which is kind of nice considering the fact that there's so much gray and silver in here to go with the green that it's kind of lucky it actually doesn't look too bad. I'd say in terms of other coloring, looks great to me, and that actually my favorite color too, so I'm a bit biased that way. Well, just to wrap things up, great detailing in the new masks, and as well the torso, pretty much all the new pieces serve their purpose well and have good detailing on it. I would say the tools serve their purpose fairly well. I'd give it like a little bit more than satisfactory. Wish there was something a little bit more interesting to it, but at least it's kinetic, and that is a bit of playability for me. The shoulders and the knobbly knees are real distractors for me, but in the grand scheme of things, I'd easily give this probably a 9 out of 10. Really happy with this set. Yeah, it just kind of offers a lot of playability to it, and even kind of on the back, the detailing does a pretty good job. But I'd say in terms of all the new parts, the detailing is really upped, but it's not overly complicated. Color scheme, of course, is great, especially in the silver and green. Might look a bit minimal, but that's kind of served Bionicle well in the past. Action feature is kind of nice to have that sweeping motion. Really happy with this set, and I'd recommend it to anybody. So that concludes the review today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the revision video.